into Stephen Homer. Homer, great touch. And Danny Byrne! Stenhouse free kick. Stenhouse! On from the Muir, like a four! Devani, great turn, Reg Devani. And shoots and scores! Nearly rolls it off. Seamus McAnally! Top corner! Still going Wayne Knight. Shot. Oh, miracle strike! Durlovic for free kick. Oh, great goal! Tabulo! Furigal messes it up! Furigal! Great goals! Gilbert! What a strike! Welcome back to FBTV. We're here at AJ Kelly Field for this round 9 Vito Premier League clash between Peninsula Power and Wolves FC. A check of the Vito League ladder at the beginning of round 9 shows the home side on 1 point from 5 games and the visitors, Wolves FC, sitting atop of the table on a maximum 18 points. Peninsula Power coach Terry Kirkham makes a couple of changes to the side that lost out late in the game away to Capalaba last time out, and will be hoping his side can turn the corner and start getting results, starting with the league leaders, Wolves FC. Wolves FC coach Sam Safe will be hoping his side's unbeaten start to the 2011 Vito League season continues with the challenge of an out-of-sorts Power side who, while not playing badly, are not getting the results demanded of them by a large and loyal following. The officials for tonight's match are referee Alan Lorna and his assistant referees David Weeby and Carl Harper. Long throw by Lyle. Headed clear by Gorsey. Up the field towards Hornby. Matt Hornby against McCooler. Does well, Matt Hornby. Still going. Gets his head up. Looks to go around his man. Plays it back. McNichol! Batted clear. And again on the second attempt. Ball's gone wide. Vroom. For McMahon. Across the face. Aochi! And off the back of Gorsey. Clulo. Somehow Trent Clulo comes out the back with it. Looks to play it back. Hopkins. That's a fantastic switch of play for Lyle. Good touch from Matt Lyle. Across the face and beats everybody. Clulo at the back post and Radovanovic with a good save with his feet at his near post. McMahon with the throw. Aochi and Gava. Clash. Vroom. Around Gorsey. Cuts it back. Well defended in the end by the Power defence. Jeski. Clulo. McMahon back for Clulo. Forward for Vroom. Clulo. Radulovic. Sasha Radulovic! Puts it in. What a fantastic goal for Wolves FC to open the scoring in the 12th minute. Wolves FC 1. Peninsula Power 0. Hornby. Dempster. Searching ball. McNichol. Scott McNichol surely! And a good save by Capole. Moon! And again saved by the keeper. Hornby! And Hat clear. They were lining up for chances. Moon again! And off his own player. Corner swung in. Aochi misses it. Hopkins misses it. And finally Radovanovic gets hold of it. Hopkins. Capole. Well, he can't do that, and Moon knows it, and so does the referee. He's touched it, put it down, picked it back up. He's arguing the point. That's going to get him nothing. Well, it is. It's going to get him a yellow card. Moon and McNichol over the ball. Room for the set. Moon! And off his own player. And Gorsey with a shot just wide of the post. Lyle throws in for Jeski. Vroom. Aochi! And he puts his shot wide. Radovanovic with the long clearance. McCooler under it. Bit of head tennis going on here at Power. Finally, Garva decides to get the ball down. Still going Todd Garva. Through for South. And a good piece of defending by Radulovic. Corner clipped in.
Dresky for Clulo. Trent Clulo, great run. Cuts it across. Oh, off Garver. Ball clipped in. Oh, Kapale gets just enough of a touch. Moon with the corner. Oh, keeper nowhere near it. Second half here at AJ Kelly Field. Moon with a switch. Touched by Clulo. Tongue. Cuts back inside. Gets the ball in. Moon with a heavy touch. Tongue again. McNichol. Plays it wide. Dempster. Into the box. Capallo comes. Oh, McNichol puts his shot high and wide. Moon. Back out for Dempster. Cuts it across. And cleared by the Wolves defence. And oh, Vroom and Gorsey tangle. Ball back in. Heavy touch from Tucker. They've still got it, the power. Needed in the middle of the box, and do. Cleared by McCooler. McNichol. This is some sustained pressure from the power side. Tucker back for McNichol. McNichol cuts it back south. Oh, he's fluffed his lines there, has the young man. Moon. It's a great ball. Tucker's onside. Oh, and gets clipped by McCooler. Moon. Warren Moon, and a great save by Carpole to push the ball around the post. Given away in the centre of the park. McNichol. Scott McNichol in space. Slides it out for Tucker. Gets it back. Ignores the run. Plays it square. Dempster gets forward. Ball clipped in. Tucker with a free header. And a good strong hand from Carpole in the Wolves goal. Moon with the corner. Again, keeper left floundering. Dempster! Ball like a pinball there at the moment, and hacked clear by the Wolves defence. Vroom with a touch. It's a foot race. Stefan Vroom, Garver. Oh, Todd Garver brings him down. There's a card out already. It's yellow. He's not happy, but I think it's a fair one. Ball clipped forward. Vroom. Strong Stefan Vroom. Still going. Back for Romano. Good switch of play for McMahon. McMahon looks to go around his man and does finally get round. Plays it back for Janoski. And Janoski. And oh, Vroom! And a great save by Radovanovic. And hacked clear in the end. Lyle. Clulo. Clips it in. And safely taken by Radovanovic. Oh, it's an up and under. McCooler under it. Laid back by Waddell. Oh, bodies everywhere. McDill claiming a penalty. McCooler. Throw. Vroom. Back for Beck. Off the post. Vroom. Good save, Radovanovic. And it's way for a corner. Corner in. And the header. Ooh, could have gone anywhere. Janoski picks up the scraps. Clips it in. Beck! And oh, from under the crossbar. It was harder to miss than score. Should have scored, Chris Beck. Moon with the corner. Off the crossbar. Waddell back for Dempster. Dempster comes inside his man. Clips it back into the box. Capole comes and gets hands on it. Clulo. Cuts it inside Tong. Gets his head up, Trent Clulo. Cuts it across. And Radovanovic comes and takes the ball safely. Another corner for Power. Kapale comes and collects safely this time. Jeske into space for Vroom. Close attention. Back for Jeske. For Vroom. Gets clipped late by Waddell. Good ball by Matt Lyle down the line for Stefan Vroom. Vroom clips it in. Clulo at the far post. Oh, hands on head. South comes. Cross blocked. Kresbeck plays it. Vroom keeps coming back. He was offside. Clulo's not. Trent Clulo into space. 1-on-1! And Radovanovic done so well to deny Trent Clulo. Romano tries to thread it through. Cleared. And that's the final whistle, which sees the score end. Peninsula Power 0, Wolves FC 1.
Terry, everything but the goal you needed.
It's week in, week out at the moment, isn't it, really? You know, we're getting the chances every week. This is not just I'd say probably the only game where we didn't create open chances, I suppose, was, you know, against Eastern Suburbs. You know, we dropped the game on a penalty. So, look, it's frustrating, and it is, I have to say that. You know, I read in the write-up during the week on the washing line that, you know, we had 10 offsides last week. We had 10 offsides, but we got through 7 times and 6 one-on-ones. And don't put the ball away. You know, people, I think, are starting to analyse what's going on here at Peninsula Power. Well, it's just very, very simple. We get into the 18-yard box and 6-yard box, and we're not finishing.
I said to Sam earlier, that was an absolute cracking game of football. From the neutral, I mean, it's harder for you to digest that from a coaching point of view, but it was a cracking game of football. Yeah, look, it was. And, you know, look, I've got to sit here and say that I am disappointed, because obviously we are. That, you know, the whole team is. You know, I think it just showed again tonight where we are at. And I think that probably if we had, you know, maybe that clinical finisher up there, that our season would be completely different, because, you know, we've played 6 games now, and we're really probably just beaten ourselves with either some mistakes. But you've got to look at it. We've had some goals against us where balls have fallen to someone in the box. We've cleared off the line and just rolled over. We've got a foot to it, but it gets watered a goal. We had balls spill in their box tonight, and it doesn't fall to us. So, you know, but look, you know, I've got to say it. You know, the boys are working extremely hard. We know we're going to turn it around, but like everything else, it's a cliche. It's week by week by week, and until someone stands up, comes out here and scores 2 or 3 goals, you know, individuals, you know, as I said, we're going to keep tracking where we are at the bottom of the table. And to be fair, when you watch that game tonight, it's hard to imagine that we are at the bottom of the table. And I've watched 3 or 4 games now with this, and I still sit there and shake me we're at the bottom of the table. But make no mistake about it, we're embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. Our major sponsors just come in and spoken to the team. They're not embarrassed, but I can assure you now I am. And the players are as well, because we have to open the paper on Monday morning and see where we sit on the table. Going into the break, do you see this as a good or a bad thing for yourselves in the form you're in? I mean, you're in good form but not getting points. Do you see the break as a good or a bad thing? I think the break at the moment for us, you know, won't be a bad thing. Let the boys go away. But look, we're training extremely well. It's sharp. Everyone's together. There's not a problem here. So if anyone starts to think, oh, you know what the problem is, if you come and watch us every week, you'll see what the problem is. We're just not finishing, and it's a confidence thing. We're defending well. We're not getting beaten every week clearly off the park. Sasha's goal tonight, to be fair, is the difference. It's the game breaker. Scott McNichol, cracker, saved. Warren Moon gets through 1-on-1. You know, and I just said to someone outside then, when we took the screening midfielder off 20 minutes into the second half, the game opened up. And if anyone looks at tactics, of course it's going to open up. But we're playing at home. It's 1-0 down. We changed our game structure, and we knew that they were going to create chances. They're a fantastic side. But the bottom line is, they may have the chances, they didn't score. We had the chances and we didn't score. So that's football. We'll go into the break and enjoy a bit of Easter and come back and get stuck into it again. Sam, that was an absolute cracking game of football. Oh, terrific game, really, from start to finish. It's a sort of game that any neutral would want to watch. 2 good sides, I have to say, to be honest. Peninsula are by far and away the best side we've played. My question was, why can't they produce that every week? They'd be at top of the league. They had plenty of chances, as did yourself. That game ended up 1-0, but could have been 6-7 the way it panned out. Yeah, they had some chances in the first half. I thought the second half
they put us under pressure from corners, free kicks and crosses into the box. Obviously our keeper's a young boy out of the reserves, and but if you look at the real clear-cut chances, we've hit the woodwork twice. Chris Bake, it's harder to miss than score. Trent is clean through, another shot. So I thought the last 20 minutes, I said they can't keep that pace up to try and close us down, and I said if you get through to the last 20, chances that the game will open up for you, and which it did. But that's taking that away from Peninsula. I thought they were superb, but you know, when it don't happen, it happens, and we got probably one of the best goals you're likely to see in the Premier League. The one-touch movement and finish from Sasha was absolute top draw.
7 from 7. You've achieved the goal you were talking about the other week about going into the break, you know, in a certain position. Well, that position for you going into this break is top of the table.
Well, it's top of the table, but it's, like I said to the boys before we kicked off, every team, including Peninsula, wants to beat the top dogs, and you're going to get that every week now. Teams are going to want to knock you off your pedestal, and to be fair, they all stood up, and we had to raise our game another 20% because Peninsula did as well. So I take my cap off to our boys. I thought they were magnificent. They could have easily have wilted, but they didn't. And what a great game. Art stopping for me, and I would imagine Terry as well. But for the neutrals, great, fantastic.
Join us tomorrow when the cameras travel out to Richlands for the Queensland Lions Brisbane Force Derby